Yeah, so we're coming off of, again, a goal fest from last night, part of Socktober with our beer and brats promotion that was going on, and a lot of kids out at the match last night too. So we're feeling good from last night, a draw on Thursday night against a good undefeated Kentucky team that came in, and so far so good as far as the conference race goes. There were some interesting results from the past week, but this coming week will be a really challenging one for us with Mississippi State, who I think is as high as number 6, I think, in the national RPI, and then Arkansas, who's the preseason favorite to win the SEC this year. So 2 really, really big matches for us this week.
We'll start third row, Richard.
Yeah, Coach. Taylor's Versions seems like a very interesting promotion, so I'm interested on where that came from and what went into it, and also, do you have a favorite Taylor Swift song or album?
No, I don't. I really don't. My daughter is a Swiftie. I would defer to her if she was here. I know that she spent many dollars for a really close seat in Dallas, and our girls the team went down and had a box or a suite for one of the concerts at NRG, and that's about as much as I know for a lot of the Taylor stuff. I do know that there are some pretty cool promotions going on with the match on Sunday. Our head of promotions, Tim Michael, he and his wife are Taylor Swift fans. I think that has fueled much of the energy behind a lot of this, and that's about what I know of it. So there were going to be rumors that Taylor was going to be doing the national anthem, but I think that those were squashed pretty quickly.
We'll go back to TV row to Tyler.
Yeah, do you, I guess, prefer, or I mean, do you like the break in conference play when you just start, or I mean, you kind of look at it as an opportunity, like a game last night, as getting a lot of girls, playing time and I guess building confidence?
Yeah, well, the match last night was kind of, we looked at it as one more chance for kind of a live action series to give us one more chance to play someone else before we went into a big week that we had coming up. I knew that this was going to be a really challenging week ahead, and we wanted to get a chance to get some of those other kids who deserve to be playing a lot and just hadn't really broken into that much playing time so much, but it had worked so hard in training, and it worked so hard in getting themselves ready. So you talk about like Taylor Jernigan, who got 2 goals last night. I mean, she's a terrific freshman who's worked really, really hard and has put herself in a good position. And last night she showed how dangerous she can be in front of goal. Anderson Williams, who has done everything to put herself back, coming back from 2 injuries, and was able to get back and get a lot of good opportunities. Scored the first goal, which I guess is officially the winning goal last night, is another great example of that. So getting everyone in the game last night was important. It also got a lot of our regular starters a little bit of playing time, but not a lot more mileage on their bodies. So it's a win in the win column for us, but it's also an opportunity to get some of those other players some much needed minutes.
And the Mississippi State going there, what challenges do they present, and what would you like to see from your team that you think would result in a victory?
Well, Mississippi State is a team that we've lost to 3 times in a row, and James Armstrong has really done a tremendous job of bringing a roster to that program that is number one, is hardworking, is full of belief in what they're doing. They are, every one of their games or almost all of them have been 1-goal results. Almost all of them have been wins for them. They've played some good teams. They play a good brand of ball. But just with all of the positive results, you can just see more and more and more belief in what they're doing. And the win for them on on Thursday was a 1-0 win over Auburn, a legitimate Western rival that they were able to get the winning goal in the last 52 seconds of the match. And a lot of it just comes down to the continuous belief that they have in the system that they play and the way that they believe in each other. So that's if you could bottle that and sell it, you could get pretty wealthy on that. And I think that's what James and his staff have been able to do. So for us to be able to go into Starkville and get a result would be a huge accomplishment for us. We were the last time we went in there, we were winning late and came out of there with a loss. So we've got to be able to put together a 90-minute performance, and we've got to be able to kind of go in there and play the way that we need to play and put away our chances, because they've got a solid defense and they've got some very, very opportunistic attackers that can make you pay for mistakes.
We got Travis in the front row.
Yeah, Kate Colvin's really hit the ground running since she's come back. What was the last little bit of recovery that she needed, and how impressed are you with, and how key has it been since she's been able to get going and get on the score sheet?
Well, Kate really brings a level of energy to the way that she plays. She's, a couple of years ago, she kind of got the nickname of Wreck-It Ralph, in that the way that she goes about it is, she's just, furious in the way that she kind of thrashes through a game, and she's much more controlled than she was 2 years ago. But she is ferocious in the way that she goes about things, and she unfortunately was called for a penalty kick against her on the game on Thursday night. But in true Kate Colvin fashion, she made up for it and came back and scored a tremendous goal in the last minute of the first half by basically rising above a defender who was in good position, but rose above her, went up, scored, and bloodied her own nose on the back of the head of the girl that she scored against to tie the game. So you're called for a penalty kick on a mistake. There's only the one best way to make up for that is to go down and score the equalizing goal, and that's what she did in true Kate Colvin fashion. So that's the kind of impact she's making, and she's only we were holding her back to 45 minutes this past week, and she made every bit of the 45 minutes.
Alrighty, I think that's it. Unfortunately, no Whitney Houston game, but come on out for.
Well, you never know.
Taylor Swift. I'm working on it for next year.
You never know what conference Houston will be in the future, so that could happen. Again, big game on Sunday is beyond the promotions. Arkansas is a tremendous team. That game will be at 6 o'clock, and we're hoping it'll be a big crowd when the Hogs come to town. Thanks.